Okay, enough is enough. I done sat back long enough. And I feel like, as a viewer, a subscriber, or a follower of a lot of people, especially Kevin Wesley and his beautiful family, I just got to say my piece. And I know that it's people out here who can relate. Um, let's just get into it. So there's a lot of people who are just sprouting out of nowhere lately and starting to attack Kevin. Um and normally I like to, look into seeing their perspective or their point of view and seeing if it makes any sense, or if it's any evidence that can prove these things. And what I have found is just ignorance, emotional, um just childish blah. It's some characters out here that are just speaking on this man, and I think that it's just from a place of hate, jealousy, or just their own past traumas. Like one person, for instance, Neo X. I was in your live. Well, I was in her live, and when Kevin was up there once, and she had Amora there and some other chick, and they basically was just trying to go in on Kevin, and it was just no understanding whatsoever. To me, I think it was very applaudable for him to come on your platform to speak his piece, or to try to make an effort, you know what I'm saying, to hear things out. And the fact that it wasn't even respected, that makes me feel like you already made your decision. And it's just weird to me, because if you call him your master teacher, that means you held him in a place of great regard. And the fact that you didn't even acknowledge the fact that, oh, my grandmaster teacher came to my platform to acknowledge my feelings, that to me, that's neither here nor there. But you're taking evidence from a man who was high off of shrooms, literally, and said that he was searching for a man for 2 hours in his own place of residence. Like, what type of, like, are we children? The conscious community is supposed to be speaking about things based upon logic, based upon information, and grounding facts, and you have yet to give any. And I hope that you grow. I hope that your journey becomes better. But within the journey, what you need to understand is enlightenment, understanding, a learning basis, critical analyzation. Uh, you have none of that. You have failed your teacher. Your teacher did not fail you, boo. And Callie, like, seriously, what on earth were you baffling about in your interview? You know, you were mesmerized by this man so much. His eyes was glowing, and his beard, and he looked like a god to you. And everybody was supposed to take your understanding of him being trying to come on to you, but your mental is impaired. You're high. I mean, I know I'm not the only person that understands what high means. Nothing about what you stated in that whole whatever rant you went on made any sense. You were high. And to sober back up and not say, dang, I might have been tripping. You know what I'm saying? And then have a whole bunch of people who can say, oh my God, it makes so much sense. And it's like, are y'all high? Is everybody walking around high? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it made no sense at all whatsoever what this man was talking about. Talking about he didn't moan and he didn't groan. Are you mad because he didn't come on to you? Like, what is this? And the fact that Neo X, your sexual orientation is of the LBG community. And the fact that you allow people to come on your platform and try to come against a man with accusations about his sexuality and to use it to taunt him. I mean, where's the logic in anything that anybody is stating? And you're mad at him. You're mad at Kevin. Everybody's mad at Kevin because he's coming up against these accusations. And you're trying to say he's so self-absorbed and people are going to talk about you. Sweetie, let me explain something to you. It is okay to talk about somebody. It is okay to disagree with someone, but to tarnish their name based upon a high person who don't make no sense, you know, seriously, and to agree with him based upon your own past experiences of unhealed trauma. A part of being conscious is becoming self-aware in the healing of self from past experiences and understanding your behavior patterns and your thought process because of the trauma that tainted your development. If you have not gotten to that point in your healing, you are not conscious. You're moving based upon emotions. And Sinetta did it, and Brother Polite did it, and all of these people have this going on, but this ain't him. Everybody is their own person. And just because I have come across these people does not mean that I am of these people. That's the problem with the cult mentality. That's why a lot of religion does not have any stance. You want to know why? Because of the cult mentality, sweetie. You have to get over it. A man that stands alone does not blend with everything. Like, it makes no sense to me that we can just stand and tear a man down and have no logic to stand on. Absolutely none. You're mad at him for doing an interview with Sinetta because Sinetta has some type of background or situation going on with basically assault or sexual assault towards somebody. I'm not sure upon it. I'll do my research on Sinetta, but he is known for his platform in the conscious community and heavy debates and interviews. And Nature Boy and whatever he has going on. And let's just be honest, Nature Boy was not big on Sinetta. Sinetta did an interview with Nature Boy and they clearly got into it. So I'm not understanding why you trying to add that together. What Young Pharaoh has going on ain't got nothing to do with Sinetta. What Brother Polite got going on ain't got nothing to do with Sinetta. And just like Kevin Wesley ain't got nothing to do with Sinetta in his situation. You were on a platform with a registered sex offender, but yet you want to sit here and not have any understanding. If you didn't know that this man was a sex offender, sweetie, you get what I'm saying, and you were on a platform with him, then that should let you know that, okay, things like this can happen. Situations like this can occur. It was not my intent, but I understand now. You're talking about morals, but morals based upon whom? You wanted him to respond to cater to your mindset, but it has nothing to do with respecting what he was stating for himself. Let's get over this whole thing of if it and every a lot of people do it, and I'm so sick and tired of it. If it doesn't move the way you want it to move, if it doesn't sound the way you want it to sound, then it's automatically wrong. No, you're not respecting the person because you unknowingly you want somebody to cater or to be in a certain position based upon how you feel, but nobody's in your brain, sweetie. So if he answered a question wrong, so you say, or he didn't do a certain thing wrong, so you say, it was only based upon your own inside thoughts. It had nothing to do with his. Stop accusing somebody of something and everybody wants to be mad because he's defending himself. Or if it's not true, I wouldn't say nothing. You crazy out your mind. Because if it's not true and I feel like it's degrading to my character, I'm going to speak on it. And everybody has a right to speak on it. And the fact that he came to your platform, he came to you to speak on it, that says a lot about what he is standing on. And just because everybody else got a situation that's coming to light, that doesn't mean that he is a part of it. He's not, clearly. Y'all taking these accusations based upon somebody that's high. Like, seriously? You got high, you went on a trip, you were speaking to yourself in the mirror. You get what I'm saying? You were losing it. You had to build up confidence to go save Kevin from his own home. Like, what? And because somebody else comes out with a situation and he happens to be a close friend to Kevin, all of a sudden Kevin had to be the same. Are you serious? So you mean to tell me that your friends be in the bed with you? So all of your friends, you and your friends, the only reason why y'all link together is because y'all have sex together? Let's make sense with this. Because they're not considered friends if y'all don't have the same sexual desires. Somebody that he went to school with in high school, childhood friend, all of a sudden, because of what he has going on, that makes Kevin the same. You guys aren't making any sense. And that's why it's so insulting, especially to the conscious community, that this is even up for discussion. Like, what are we doing? You're getting so off topic. I mean, the distraction. Are you a plant at this point? Because I'm confused. Because we're supposed to be speaking from a place of enlightenment, and none of this is enlightening. It's all just childish. I mean, this is beyond sheeple. Like, you followed up with Amora, and she has been lying on her platform this entire time that she started. You're mad at him for defending his brother. That makes no sense, because I ain't even going front with nobody. If somebody came out and said something about my brother, I'm going all out. And that's just that, especially if he is right. Especially if my brother is right. This man and his brother have a right to defend themselves, especially if they disagree with the things that are coming out, with the accusations that are being stated. And for anyone to be offended by that, to me, it says a lot about you. I don't want no man around that's not gonna stand up for himself. Cause then that puts me in a position where I feel like, I got to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we supposed to be a team, or you at least supposed to be able to stand for yourself. It's too many people coming out against this man. And his testimony alone, to me, shows greatness. This man walked away from cancer. This man has coming up with this type of mentality from losing his mother, from having a struggle. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to bear on anybody's emotions, but the proof stands alone. Like, seriously, what are we doing here? And then you were my grandmaster's teacher. So you held him to a certain position in your mindset, and you let yourself down because you wanted him to cater to a thought process that he has no idea of. That's not his fault. What you have to do is you have to go seek healing. sweetie, because you are not alone, especially when it comes to male predators. A lot of females, especially in the Black community, but in every community, has become a victim once or twice in their life with predators. But when you have a trauma mindset because of the things that happen to you end up seeking predators because you haven't taken the time to see what a real predator actually looks like. A real predator is not going to come to your platform and sit here and debate and argue you down for hours about him being innocent. You don't get that from a lot of predators. Y'all want to, a predator has a mindset. They get angry fast. They get disrespectful fast. They do a lot of outlandish things fast without even giving you the chance or the opportunity to acknowledge, speak, or respond. This man has showed great discipline. You don't get that from a lot of guilty people. So you're sitting on a platform where somebody is disrespecting his mother. You're sitting on a platform where somebody is disrespecting his family, but claims to care about his little niece. Make that make sense. Let's talk about morals. Like, what is we doing? I don't know how many people this is going to reach. You get what I'm saying? But I just had to put my feelings on the air. You know, I don't have no problem with coming back and speaking on this, but I'm just getting frustrated with the fact that this man is being dragged at the drag. You get what I'm saying? For being something that a lot of people strive to be, a good father who has healthy children that he raised in his home. You talking about getting a job, but he lived better than all us. This man in a mansion. Where your mansion at? Huh, Neo? Where's your mansion? You went on the end of your live talking about how your platform is going to be bigger than his. As if somebody was saying that it wasn't possible. This man never hated on you. This man never said you weren't capable of anything. You can soar. You can do a lot of things. You can be great. Just do it in wisdom. Just take a seat back and just look at the things that you're saying. Just reanalyze. The process of consciousness is to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is the base point of consciousness. So let's do that. Like, seriously. Because people might want to support, but if you ain't got no logic to stand on, you standing stagnant. You ain't doing nothing but hurting people. We're supposed to be bringing people to a situation to become more conscious, to become more aware. But you're speaking from a perspective of paranoia. That's a traumatized mindset. Change your mind, change your life.